One of the hardest pieces of content in God's Raid is a Tower of Reincarnation. Not just the normal tower, I'm talking about all of the different factions. Because you pretty much need a full team of that faction to progress a long way. But today I'm going to look at how you can just progress past that level 10, because you will get to a task where you need level 10 in all the factions. There may be another one further down the track, but that's the one that I'm at now, and I'm going to show you how I got past level 10 in all of these factions. Because it's pretty simple. If you have one really good team, some really good gods, that's the key, the gods, and then you have a couple leveled up in each faction, you should be able to progress past level 10 at least. So if we head over to the Tower of Reincarnation there, as you can see, I'm 167 in the normal one. That's not what we're talking about right now. 36 in humans, 21 in the orcs, 22 in the beasts, 1 in undead, this is the one I'm going to go through today, and 44 in the demons. So obviously in your game, you're going to be at whatever floor you are in those, because realistically, most people will pull whatever heroes they do, and they will focus on those from the start. So I was really lucky. I got lots of demons, and now that's why my main team is pretty much 3 demons. So my Tower of Demons has gone so much further ahead than the rest. So a bit later, I'll show you what my other teams are and how I got to this floor. But I'm going to show you what I did with these teams, just with this Orcs one. As you can see, I passed floor 1. That was from ages ago. As you can see, I've only got 1 legendary undead. It is 2-star transcendent, so he does have a fair bit of tower for the level he is. I have Vidar on him at the moment. That is for some other content. Just if you have a look at one of my previous videos, you'll see why he has that on him. But for this content right here, I'm going to get rid of this god. And the best thing about this whole game, it doesn't cost any money to take the gods off and put the gods back on. So for your best defensive or melee, or realistically your best hero in any other teams, needs to get Poseidon, or the best god you have. If you have Ra that's leveled up, I go with Poseidon because he adds so much attack. Look, 2,200 attack and 41,000 HP, and his attack does so much damage and gives everyone a shield. He just does so much to help you get up the tower, and everyone gets Poseidon. So Poseidon needs to go onto your best hero. I know there's some other gods that work really well with the Skeleton Monarch, but we're not going to go into that right now. Poseidon needs to be on your best hero because he needs to survive, so he gets off his wave and does that damage to the other team. Then when you have a look at the rest of your team, have a look. Fallen Angel is probably my next best attacker, so I'm going to change her god to an attacker like either my Artemis or my Tyr, because he's going to get the most amount of stats off them, plus do a lot of damage from the god. The gods give you such an enormous boost in stats. This is why you'll get further into the tower and just really progress a lot further. So they're my main 2 that I put on them. Then if you have a melee or a defensive at the front here, I'm going to leave Isis on there just because I don't want to change it. So Scathy, she needs to be one of your best gods anyway, but she needs to be on one of your frontline heroes, so she is slowing down the enemy team, giving you more chance to get everything up. And you put that on a hero that's probably going to survive. As you can see, none of my gear has been leveled up. They have some throwaway gear on them. Some of them have some gold gear, just because I've, thrown it on them. Who cares? I do put the transcendence on a few of them if they are. This guy's only a rare, but whatever. Give them a little bit more stats. It's not going to hurt. So if you look at that, I have upgraded my team's power by a substantial amount, just because of Poseidon, Artemis, and Scathy being put on there, and these 2 give me more survivability and huge amount of stats from all of them. Isis also gives some more stats here on the undead shield. So when I do it, I just click on autoplay and I let it go. If you do lose one, just go back, have a watch, and see if you can beat it yourself, because a lot of the times the computer's pretty silly with what they do. So let's have a look. We'll just watch. As you can see, some of them start dying. That's fine. I did notice that my Scathy was my first one down, so I may switch that to someone else. Oh, I was in manual. So that didn't work. It did work. I won anyway, but we'll go on to the next battle and put this into full. Make sure you put it into full, otherwise you're going to fail, because you're not going to win if you're not using your ultimate abilities. So I might watch this again. If this Guardian Warrior does die, as he does, that Scathy isn't doing anything. I'm getting no benefit out of it. So it's not really worth him having that at all. But we are still going to progress anymore, pretty much all because of the skeleton over here. And if you did notice, we used Artemis there, which really pushed back my Poseidon. If that is happening and you are getting stuck, like you're losing, I think that's one of the things that will happen. They'll use that first, and we really want to use our Poseidon because that should wipe out pretty much these first 10 floors. If your Poseidon is high enough, it should wipe out the full enemy pretty much straight off the bat. Like I'll turn that off manual, and as soon as Poseidon gets up, which is now, bang, nearly kills them straight off the bat just from that one attack. And that is why Poseidon is so good. And then we just use the other ones just to take down some of the other heroes here. As you can see, this guy is just healing him right here. This is going to be a slow burn, but we get the win anyway. So on auto, it probably will work. Just watch it for yourself. All you need to do is get it up to level 10 so you can complete the tasks. If you're not up to that task, I wouldn't even worry about going into here, but just save this in the back of your mind. Make sure you switch your gods over and put them on heroes that are going to do the most amount of damage or keep you alive a lot longer. The best thing that they did introduce is that hero training, because you get other heroes leveled up as well, and that's all I've done. I've leveled up a few heroes to then help me do all of this. As you can see from that team that I had in the undead, literally none of them are leveled up very much. They're only 1-starred and still at level 1. Like seriously, you could level them up so much further, so much easier. But I just got up to level 15 on the tower without any trouble at all. So if we have a look at the other ones, we'll look at the human here. I do have 2 healers in the humans. You should at least have one of these healers, like leveled up heaps. Like the priest is such a good healer. If you don't have one of the legendary healers, I would definitely be using her. But this is why my humans went so far. I also have the Dark Witch leveled up. It's transcended as well. And then I have the Viking Princess. But if you have a look at this team, Viking Princess, if you have her, or even this Power Fist, because I know a lot of people who use her because you get her, put Poseidon on her. Or put it on to your Viking Princess at the front. Either one of these will wipe out the other enemy very, very easily. If it's not one of those, then just use Scathy, then they will slow down your opponent a lot. And then use one of these damage dealers to absolutely wipe out your opponent with the Artemis or something like that. So that's the humans. When we come over to the orcs, I have one legendary orc, which is in my thing, and then the rest of them are literally just 1-stars. I put Poseidon on him, and he just literally wiped the board. He is my Poseidon character anyway, so he was just up there. He survived. He Poseidon them all. His damage is absolutely intense, like 10,000 attack. That's with Vidar on him. So if I switch this back to Poseidon, he's back 16,000 attack on this orc right here. Like, Poseidon suits him so well, and he's not even fully leveled up here. Look at that. I need to level that up in a bit more. But as you can see, it doesn't take very much to level them up if you have a really good god with a really good hero at the front. And then the last one, we'll just have a quick look at the Beast. The Beast, again, I got 3 legendaries, and then I got these 2 epics that are leveled up. I got another legendary that I'm not even using, but it does show that epics can be really, really good. If you level them up, you can transcend them really fast. They level up really fast. You put some good gods onto them, and you can really progress very far in this game. I'm even thinking about starting again on another account and just using epics and seeing how fast I can progress. Because I've seen a lot of people progressing really, really fast with just epics over the legendaries. Legendaries do take a lot of experience to level up. So I think this would be a really good thing to do. I just don't have enough time to do it right now. So there you go. There's some tips and tricks to get you up into the tower a lot more. Hopefully this works, and I'll see you very soon.